I have been working here for roughly about 5 months now, and I have been enjoying it. In my free time, I love to go fishing. I love to reminisce about my dead wife
Uh-huh.
and my dead daughter, and I like to spend time with my two little boys, and I like to explore the city and hang out with my family.
Right.
And yeah, just loving life. Would you like to introduce yourself, Mr. Goodman?
Oh yeah. Well, basically, I'm JP Goodman, 30 years of age. I'm from the Philippines. I moved here to seek out the American dream,
Yeah,
And
okay.
well, I just wanted to help out the people and well, basically just to have a honest and stable job in the city. Uh, well, and I'm very passionate on helping people, and the best way for me to do it, the best way for me to do that is, I think, here as medical personnel.
Oh, goody, good. I love to hear it. I really do.
Thank
I,
you.
I, I love taking interviews and, getting to know everybody. It's really exciting every time I, you know, get a new application. So I'm so glad to, be here and have such a lovely privilege and, conversating with you, Mr. Goodman. It's such a pleasure.
Thank you. It is mine, or it's a pleasure as well.
Oh, pleasure's all mine, sweetheart. Okay. So, you basically answered my first question then. We will skip to the second one, okay? This is very casual, so you don't gotta be scared, okay?
Yes, absolutely.
So, tell me about a high pressure situation you faced, and how did you handle it?
Well, I used to be a cop in I used to be a cop in one of the cities that uh, is not from around here. Way back in the Philippine city. So there was a thing that we responded to a barricaded situation, whereas there's a lot of people involved, and there's a high value uh, person that is held hostage, quote unquote, the mayor
Oh
of the city.
no,
Yeah.
that's
So
really bad.
it is, but what I did, since I was the ground commander, what I did was to personally negotiate for the release of the mayor, in which, well, I talked to them calmly, even though they are too aggressive or rude towards the police officers that I'm with, because there's a lot of negativity when it comes to police officers facing the public, most especially if there are a lot of issues arises during you know the day and whatnot. So what I did is to calmly talk. Uh, what I've learned is I should let them vent out before I speak, and basically tailor fitted the solutions that I can provide to those hostage taker for them to release the mayor. In which it ended good, but at the same time, unfortunately, we were not able to catch those kidnappers or hostage takers.
Oh no, that's not good.
It is not, but that's still that became a cold case. We never found out who was responsible, and they got away with a certain amount of money. which I cannot disclose because it's an still quote unquote open investigation.
Oh, of course, of
Hmm.
course.
Yeah,
That's just that just sounds so scary and so terrible.
it is. So, wow. And that is the reason why what I did is I decided to seek other opportunities overseas for me to be able to support my family and what and uh in the near future I can have them migrated here as well. So,
Oh, I see, I see.
hmm,
Can I just ask, right? So you've had, past job as a police officer.
yes, ma'am.
So can I ask why? I mean, why did you not apply to the PD? What interested you more in EMS?
Um, one thing, I was exploring the city. The only time that I saw, I'm sorry to say, I'm just gonna be blunt and I'm just gonna be honest that
Of course.
I pretty much I don't see any Sams. Uh, well, maybe during the time that I'm exploring the city, I don't see any Sams. All I see is cops. So
Yeah, right. Yes.
in that department, I think they are already have enough manpower, and like what I've said before, I just wanted to help out the community. I just want to help out the people here, and to have an honest and stable job, and that's it. And I think I could use, or you could use me to have Sam's represented. And like what I've said on my application form, I always work with professionalism and integrity. So
I love that. I respect that.
thank you.
I mean, I will say, right,
Hmm.
EMS numbers are a lot lower compared to the police department.
Yeah.
However, the numbers where we are at currently
Hmm.
has been the best numbers that we've ever had in this city.
I
And tonight is actually a quiet night for us.
I see.
The past few weeks we averaged to I want to say about 5 EMS a night,
Oh.
which is good.
Hmm.
Um, so we do hope to keep those numbers up. It can be a struggle though, but we have been doing our very utmost hardest in the past recent times. I mean, I've only been the chief for a couple of months now, so
Hmm.
it's I'm still learning how to navigate everything as well.
Well, every day is a learning. Every day is a learning day. You know.
Oh, exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
And in this job, you get to meet, everybody in the city, and that's what I love. You meet a
Hmm.
lot of young, nice, and such friendly individuals. It's a pleasure to be in this profession.
Yes.
It's really lovely.
And one of the reasons why I actually am trying to uh, do Sam's as well is for me to venture out my comfort zone. And well, I am trying to enhance my social skills and my language skills. As you can hear, I may have some accents. I may have like some grammatical errors and whatnot because I'm not from around here. And if me applying as a cop or a police officer here or a peace officer, that could be somehow it will be hard for me because most of the time I'll be dealing with people that are uh kind of rude or that has negative perception to police officers or peace officer. And the best example and that pushes me more towards to this application is the interaction that you have with the person that you tried to help out, the the guy with the red mask and shit. So oh sorry, the mask, and I really love the interaction, and that's what I'm actually hoping for to see and to experience.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course. And that's what I love to hear. For the most part, we do have, good interactions. And a lot of it is also sometimes people can, give us a little bit of attitude if they're in a rush or something.
Mm-hmm.
And, I always tell everybody, let me know and it will be handled.
Yeah.
So I never want people to kind of bottle anything up,
Uh-huh.
and we always, handle it in a way that we can.
I
But
see.
yeah, like I said, most of the interactions are
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. And I can see that Sam's have a good rapport with the people or the community, and which actually is again what I'm looking for. So,
Yeah, we do try to.
mhm.
Oh, we have been hosting events the past couple of months. We do like, a monthly event for the community
Right.
so that we can, get to know everybody and everybody likes us and, all of that good fun.
Mm-hmm.
So we have noticed that that has definitely helped. So things are heading in a good direction.
Yes.
Okay. I've gotten a little bit sidetracked. I do
Oh, no
apologize.
worries.
You're just
No
so
worries.
easy to talk to. Um, so what does teamwork mean to you in a medical emergency?
Teamwork for me in a medical emergency is, how do you say this? It will be much easier for the medical personnel to handle the situation. So, for example, if we do have a mass casualty event, uh, well, basically there will be a incident leader or commander. So you following your seniors and your supervisors will help the situation to be easy and for us to be able to navigate smoothly on those kinds of situations. But for me, being a team member or a good team member is number one. It will build up the camaraderie, the chemistry between the your people, and well, uh, like what I'm trying to point out, it will make our jobs easier if everyone is on the
Yes.
same page.
Yeah. So always ask for help if you're struggling,
Yes.
especially during, the mass casualty events when you may have, 5 to 10 downed individuals,
Yes.
if there's others on duty, which 9 times out of 10 there is,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you always take another paramedic with you.
Yes.
Okay. So how would you prioritize multiple patients in a mass casualty situation?
It depends on how severe is the injury for one person. So the best way for, I think the best way, because I don't have really enough experience with mass casualty, but the very first prioritization is for you to evaluate every patient. And once you already evaluated them, well, that's the time that you are going to uh, disseminate the information to your team members as well as your supervisor, so the supervisor can easily provide instructions on how to do things. Where will we put those those patients on a certain place, whereas we can have a triage and you know uh, handle those patients. Sorry.
No, that's good. I know exactly what you're saying,
Thank you.
okay?
Yeah.
I understand. So, yes, obviously by severity, and, you know, first priority is whether the patient's breathing or not.
Yes.
Obviously, if they're not breathing, they take priority.
Yeah.
Um, that's pretty black and white with that one. Um, so can you walk me through how you'd handle arriving on the scene with an unconscious patient?
Driving. Sorry.
So if you arrived on a scene
Uh huh.
and you noticed a patient was unconscious,
Hmm.
what would you do? How would you treat them?
Um. Well, I'm gonna check their ABCs. So first is the airway, the breathing, and the circulation. So I'm gonna check uh if the patient is breathing, if he or if they have a pulse, or if their airway is occluded, or there's something blocking their airway for them to be able to
Yes.
breathe. Then right after that, what I'm gonna do is, once I already uh, distinguish if he or she is breathing, or he he or she have a pulse, I'm gonna do the necessary medication or necessary steps for me to be able to stabilize his or her um, situation. So I need to stabilize the patient before I transport him back to the hospital for doctors, or I don't know things how things are working here, but what I know is, before I transport him, I need to stabilize him. But if in any case that the situation is so volatile that he or she needs to be transported to the hospital immediately, well, I need to basically I need to do some certain ways to stabilize him first before transporting him, and explain everything that I did to the doctors or medical personnel in the hospital before uh, they will be able to proceed, so it will not contradict on what I did.
Good, good. You know a lot.
Ah,
You really do know a lot. Okay, so okay. You arrive at the scene of a car accident.
mm-hmm,
There are two patients,
mm-hmm,
one with visible bleeding and the other unresponsive but breathing.
mm-hmm.
What do you do first and why?
Well, at first I'm gonna secure the patient that is bleeding, because they oh sorry, the one bleeding is not breathing, right?
Yes, so there's one no, okay. Sorry, there's one not responsive, so they're
Okay.
unconscious,
Okay.
but they're breathing,
Okay.
and the other is just bleeding.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna focus on the person or the patient that is bleeding. So the very person, or first, or the most important thing is for you to stabilize and stop the bleeding, and then see if they are responsive or whatnot.
Good,
Uh,
good.
yeah, and then I'm gonna move to, but at the same time, I have to check on the other patients. But absolutely, if the situation is out of hands, so practically, if I'm the one, I just roll up on them, and I'm the only person, or I'm the only one on the ambulance or a medical vehicle, I will utilize my resources, in which I can call PD or call. If I'm the only one on duty, well, I'm gonna call PD to assist the situation, to secure the perimeter, and to ensure that uh, they can check the other patient for me while I'm stabilizing the person who is bleeding. But in any case that I am with someone else, I will call for backup, but still call for PD for them to secure the area and for me to be able to work at peace and to ensure that I will be able to stabilize both patients and well explain everything to them or explain everything to the people that is going to respond to my call so that they will know what to do. Is that a is it
Good. You are very knowledgeable, sir. You're very, very knowledgeable.
ah,
I have no criticism with that answer. That is
uh,
absolutely perfect.
I'm just having a hard time explaining things.
I know exactly what you mean, sweetheart. Don't you worry.
Thank you.
There's just two questions left, okay?
Yes.
So, you've been handed a patient
Hmm.
who claims to be a vampire and demands a blood transfusion. What do you do?
Wait. So let me just let
It's a
me just
crazy question.
okay, let me just comprehend that question. So
Uh huh.
so I was held or I was handed a presumed vampire and asking for a blood transfusion, right?
Uh huh.
Well, medically speaking, we cannot just transfuse or transfer blood to another person. We still
Uh
need to
huh.
get their blood type, even though they claim to be a vampire. We still need to have some procedures done before we do that. And well, basically, if it is, there's a possibility that is a mental issue, but if the case is not a mental one, we cannot just give out blood just because. So there will be procedures that needs to be done. And I would have to ask my supervisor to take a look at it because I don't know what the protocol for that is, but absolutely if there's some
So,
sorry, yeah.
sorry, I was just going to say, there's no right or wrong answer. We're just kind of testing your, I guess, adaptability,
Oh yeah.
right? And your, creativity in that aspect. So, if that was me, right, I would, I'm not going to tell him that he's not a vampire and he's crazy, because that would just make him a little bit frustrated. So, what I might do in this situation is I might get, an IV with some fluids, and I might, put some red food coloring in there.
Mhm.
Make him believe he's receiving blood when in fact it's just some fluids, and that's not going to hurt him.
Sorry.
So, I'd give him a bit of an IV with some fluids,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
and I might dye that red, and that would make him believe that he's receiving blood.
Ah, okay.
That's not going to hurt him, and he's going to feel like he was given the right treatment.
I understand.
Um, okay, last question.
Mhm.
Would you rather fight 100 duck sized horses or one horse sized duck?
All right, can you repeat the question again about the can I
Yeah, it's a
will
crazy question.
will I fight what?
Would you rather fight 100 duck sized horses
Mhm.
or one horse sized duck?
I think I'm just going to fight uh the latter. The horse-sized duck.
So one massive, massive. massive
Massive.
duck.
Massive. Okay.
A massive duck.
A massive duck. Well, what I'm gonna think of the David and Goliath situation. So
Uh huh.
I'm just gonna like distance myself. I there's no context of me fighting 100 horses that are sized like ducks. Right. Well, I rather fight uh a massive horse-sized duck because well I can move. I am agile, so I can move, make a
Uh
distance,
huh.
and
Uh
then
huh.
just get any weapons that I can handle long range. So
Very smart. Very
yeah,
smart. That is a good way of thinking. I'll
yeah,
give you that. That's a pretty good way of thinking.
yes,
Uh, okay. Well, before we conclude this interview,
yes.
do you have any questions?
So far I got none. Well, my questions is for the protocols, how would I do how will I do things here, but that's on the later part once I'm accepted.
Yeah, yes, we will go through that in the induction.
All right.
Okay. So, I am pleased to let you know that you indeed did pass our interview today with flying colors. Flying colors, okay?
Thank you.
I would love to have you on board if you would love to as well.
Well, I'm here and I pushed for this interview, so I really wanted the job.
Good, I'm happy to hear that.
Thank you.
So we can't do your induction tonight, unfortunately.
No worries.
What I might do if you're keen for that
Mm-hmm.
is I might hire you now, and
Mm-hmm.
when we do get round to doing your induction, it makes the process a bit easier.
That would be fine. Yeah.
Okay. Also helps if I'm not the one doing your induction.
Yep. Sure.
Okay. There we go.
Thank you.
So, you can have a look at that by flexing your J muscle.
Okay.
And it should be there. I'll just make sure it's unselected for now.
And select.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Alrighty. So I will give you the changes and emails, and we'll reach out with your induction, okay?
Yep.
Would you like to do it tomorrow? Does a specific day work for you?
That will be fine. Tomorrow is fine. Just send an email. That would be great. Or if I'm in the city, I'm just gonna hang around here and wait.
Um, we will be in contact, okay?
All right. Yeah.
'Cause I don't like to let people waiting, so I tend to try and organize it because I hate people just like, being in the unknown. Because I don't like being in the unknown either. So I will
Oh.
let you know, okay?
Well, it's one of the best way for me is to observe. So if someone is here, it's better for me to observe and for me to be able to get get the hang arounds of things.
Oh, I completely understand that,
yeah,
sweetheart.
it's not me just waiting for nothing. It's just me observing what's going on, what will happen. It's one way for me to explore things as well.
Oh, of course, of course.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, well, I look forward to seeing you around, okay?
Thank you. Uh,
And we'll let you know about your induction, okay?
all right, no worries.
Most likely tomorrow. I'll organize somebody, okay?
All righty then.
Alrighty. Okay, thank you, Mr. Goodman, okay?
Thank you.
I'll walk you downstairs.
Thank you. Don't mind me eating snacks, right? Oh, I'm
Oh,
gonna.
not a problem at all.
Oh, I'm not able to lock it. Uh,
It's okay. Not a problem. Do you know your way around?
I remember how to get to the stairs, but
But that's pretty much it.
yeah, pretty much that's it.
Yeah, you'll be shown a little bit more tomorrow. Feel
Sure.
free, though, if you would like to have a little walk around, you are most welcome to.
Sure.
Oh, we just got a few calls to tend to tonight.
All right, no worries. Be
Oh,
safe.
little ma'am, are you okay?
I'm waiting for Bobby.
Oh, okay, no. I don't think he's on duty.
Well, see you tomorrow.
Yes, I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Thank
See you
you.
later. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my god, I wanna
I
go.
Well, yeah, bro. I'm not that kind of. I'm not a kind of person. Man. Sorry.
Tayo ka muna. Ano naman yung telefon ko eh.
Want a rice, bro?
No.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, no worries. Oh. I don't want to be caught by cops. Let's see. Where should I go?
Uy, ano ba? Ano ba? Ah! Diyan nga sa labas eh. Diba? Pag ka ng pababa, huwag mo na akong pahirapan ha. Tuloy mo lang doon sa labas yung cellphone. Andyan lang ako sa limesa sa labas. Huwag ka bumaba ah.
Baby, halika muna. Ituturo sa'yo ni Ka John kung saan bibili ng ano. Saglit lang.